Good afternoon, Raiders. Yesterday was Super Bowl 59, and the Eagles defeated the Chiefs 40-22. Today I'm here with Ryan Rickey and Benjamin Sackett to discuss it. So Ryan, what are your takeaways from the Super Bowl?
Long story short, the Super Bowl was kind of, the Chiefs kind of just took a beating from the Eagles. And because of that, a lot of people probably thought it was boring. Just because it was such a big score difference for the two best teams in the NFL, 40-22, it's pretty big. But I think Eagles fans all around the country are very happy.
Ben, what do you think?
I honestly wasn't a fan of the game. It was probably one of the worst Super Bowls ever, in my opinion.
So obviously I'm an Eagles fan. It was a great Super Bowl, I think. I mean, the Eagles won, and they destroyed the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. So, Ryan, what do you think the play of the game was?
So I think the play of the game, or what really was a turning point in the game, where I knew the Eagles were going to win, was Millen Williams' strip sack, because it was one of the many turnovers that the Eagles had in the game, and it was a turning point.
Ben?
I think it was a Zach Bond interception because it helped the Eagles out in a big way.
Yeah, I think it was the Cooper DeJean pick six. We were up 10-0 at that time, the Eagles were, and then he runs it back for a touchdown. And that, I think, was a few drives earlier. That's when Hurts threw an interception, so it kind of canceled that out. Ryan, how do you think Jalen Hurts played?
I think Jalen Hurts played phenomenal. He had 3 total touchdowns.
Yeah.
Passing and rushing. So he had that amazing throw to Devontae Smith, which was one of the best plays of the game, besides the pick six. So I think he played phenomenal and he deserved MVP.
Yeah, that was actually the first touchdown caught by an Alabama receiver ever in the Super Bowl. Ben, how do you think Jalen Hurts performed?
I think he played great overall.
Yeah, so I think he was amazing. I think he outperformed Mahomes again in the Super Bowl. That one interception, it wasn't really his fault. It was a bad throw, but the center missed his block. And like Ryan said, that touchdown to Devontae Smith was accurate, and I thought he was accurate throughout the entire day. Ben, do you agree with that, Jalen Hurts? Do you agree that he deserved to be the MVP?
Yeah, for sure.
Ryan, do you agree that Jalen Hurts deserved the MVP?
Yeah, 100%. I think he deserved it more than anyone else. However, another possible contender definitely would be
Cooper DeJean.
Because of that pick six, and
I disagree, actually. I think it was Josh Sweat. He had 2.5 sacks, and the entire defensive line just destroyed the Chiefs. That's why they lost, basically. I think that Howie Roseman and Vic Fangio deserve all this credit. Howie Roseman signed both Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio, the two coordinators. He also signed in the offseason Zach Bond. He had a pick. Cooper DeJean, he had a pick six. Quinyon Mitchell, he was a stud. Jahan Dotson had a really big catch in the first quarter. I think he's been the best GM in all of sports, and people are actually trying to get him fired in 2020 after he drafted Jalen Reagor, so it shows how far he's come. Just to switch topics a little bit, Ben, what do you think of the halftime show, Kendrick Lamar?
It was not that good in my opinion. It could have been better. I think they probably could have chosen a different performer, because a lot of people that are not teenagers probably don't know who Kendrick is.
Ryan?
I thought it was on the bad side of halftime shows. I would say Kendrick Lamar at times didn't sound very well, and but I think SZA did a very good job. I think she sang really well, and my favorite part of the halftime show would probably be All the Stars.
Yeah, and Ryan, how do you think next year's going to go for both the Eagles and the Chiefs?
So I think the Chiefs' run is probably over. I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl next year. They might go into decline for like the next few years, and I think the Eagles are going to stay very good for next season and the years coming.
Ben?
What was the question?
Like, how do you think they're going to do next year, both the Eagles and the Chiefs?
I think the Eagles are gonna make the Super Bowl again, and I think the Chiefs should make the conference championship again.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs, I agree with Ryan. I think they're going to go on a little bit of a decline. I mean, they have no offensive line really besides Joe Thuney, and he was playing out of position, and he's also getting really old. They have no wide receivers. Their tight end, Travis Kelce, is getting very old. I think their defense is pretty okay. Obviously, they can do some better things. They can improve it. But I think the Eagles are here to stay. I think they have really good possibility of making the Super Bowl next year. The Lions, Commanders, especially if Howie Roseman continues to draft and sign in the offseason the way that he's been doing. So I think that is all for our recap. I'm Ethan, this is Ryan and Ben. We thank you for watching.